Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Manning Field for the big one for Lynn Tech. Looking to go 10-0. Looking to move on in the Division 8 playoff, taking on a very good Cathedral team from Boston. Tech number 1 at 9-0. Cathedral number 2 at 8-1. Cathedral from the Catholic Central Small League. We'll have the national anthem and we'll get going. So we're just about set to start. Tech, James Runner and his coaching staff. What a tremendous, sort of like Disney World year, magical year for these kids. You have to go back away for Lynn Tech to be 9-0, playing for a division title, but that's what they're doing here. This is Division 8 North Championship Final. Looking for a berth in the Super Bowl at Gillette. Tech has won rather easily in the tournament games, and they're hoping it'll be the same way tonight. But Cathedral, very good team coming out of the Catholic Central League Small. It's a very good league. Just about set for football to start. We mentioned James Runner. Paul Sobolewski is the head guy for Cathedral. It's the Tigers against the Panthers here at Manning Field. Tech has been able to have all 3 home games here at Manning Field because of the number 1 seeding. And they certainly deserve it after the year they've had.
Lynn Tech has won the toss and deferred to the second half.
Cathedral in their white and green. Tech in their all blue. And we're just about set to start this very big game for both teams. 2 very good programs. And they've certainly earned their berth here, having swept through the first 2 games of the playoffs. And now looking to make another giant step towards Gillette and a state championship. Right now they're playing for the division championship. Tech with their two big running backs, Gravely and Gaskin. Keone Gaskin and Stefan Gravely. They went over 1,000 yards rushing. The problem with Tech is Gaskin has been hurt and played sparingly in the last couple of games. The load has been put on Gravely. Tech is going to kick it off. And it'll be Ali Badawi. So Cathedral will have the first chance on offense. And we're just about set to get underway. Not a great night to be sitting out for football. The kick is away, bouncing around, they fall on it inside the 30-yard line.
Tech's kick is down by Cathedral. Cathedral will take over first and 10. Ball from their own 29-yard line.
At the Cathedral, 29. They go to the spread with wideouts on either side. They run it straight ahead.
Blair on the carry.
Khalil Blair.
Tackled by number 50, Juan Vasquez. Gain about 3 on the play, second down and 7.
They put it out to the 32 for a pickup of 3. Second and 7 from the 32. Motion coming to the near side. They try to run straight ahead, nothing doing there. Kamal Heaton, no gain on the play.
Tackled by number 52, Devin Lewis. No gain on the play.
Third and 7 from the 32. Looking to throw. In trouble. Gonna get hit. And he throws it away. So Tech's defense trumps the Cathedral offense. And Cathedral will kick it away.
Ball from the Cathedral, 32-yard line.
So 3 and out for the Panthers on their first possession. Tech could get pretty good field position. With a run back, they could get great field position. And they fake it. And they're going to run for a first down. John Smith.
Fake punt carry, pushed out of bounds by Stefan Gravely.
Cathedral came to play. They lined up to punt. They switched players to punt, and John Smith runs it for a first down.
6 on the play and a first down. First and 10 Cathedral, ball from the Lynn Tech 42.
At the Lynn Tech 42. 26 yards he ran. Wideouts all over the place. 3 to the far side, 2 to the near side. Running to the near side. Getting inside the 35. And that's Blair.
Blair, the ball carrier. Emerson Ramirez with the tackle. Gain of about 9 on the play. Second down and 1. Ball from the Lynn Tech 33.
At the 33, they picked up 9. They dropped the ball, and then they get hit behind the line of scrimmage. They were lucky to get it back.
Emerson Ramirez on the tackle. Loss of 2 on the plate. They will bring up a 3rd down and 3.
So they lost 2.
35.
3rd and 3 from the 35. Trying to run to the left side. Gravely with the hit on Heeden.
Emil Heeden, the ball carrier.
He's going to lose yardage.
On the hit in the tackle.
And it brings up another 4th down.
Correction, loss of 4 on the plate. They will bring up a 4th down and 7. Ball from the Wintec, 39.
From the 39, they lost 4. And they're going. Now we're going to get a timeout before they go.
30-second timeout, Cathedral.
So they don't line up to kick it. They lined up to kick it, and Smith ran at 26 yards for a 1st down. They picked up 9 on 1st down. Looked like they're really on the move. But then they lost 6 in the next 2 plays. And they wind up with, after being 2nd and 1, they wind up 4th and 7 at the Tech 39-yard line. Tech defense trying to get it back for the offense. High and wide and over the head of the intended receiver, Dickerson. So they finally turn it over.
Jordan Dickerson is incomplete. Turnover on down. Wintec will take over 1st and 10. Ball from their own, 39.
So the fake punt gave him a 1st down, but Tech shuts him down again, and Tech will have the ball for the 1st time. In decent field position at their own 39-yard line. Well, Cathedral eats up almost 3 minutes. They send wideouts right and left, a wing to the far side. The wing comes in motion. Gaskin with the carry. He gets across the 45. They're going to put it at the 45. So he picked up 6.
He only gasket the ball carrier. And 6 on the play.
2nd and 4.
They will bring up a 2nd down and 4. Ball from the Wintec, 45.
They're hoping that Gaskin's okay. He had that ankle or foot or leg problem. They give it to him again. He gets stacked up. Just about got back to the line of scrimmage.
Xavier Hernandez, Alan Nelson with the tackle. No gain on the play.
Big 3rd down play for Tech.
Second timeout, Wintec.
And Tech's going to take a timeout to talk about it. They need 4 on their 1st possession. Division 8 North Championship Final. This is actually like the quarterfinals of the state tournament. Down to the final four. That's not bad, making the final four. Team's looking to go to the semis and be one game away from Gillette. Barrios, the flip outside. They break a tackle. They had Grayley for a loss, and he's going to get it to midfield for a first down.
Grayley on the catch. Tackle by Sam Poindexter.
So the pass gets him 5 yards and a first down. He'll hold on to the ball.
Gain of 6 on the play and a first down. First and 10 Lynn Tech. Ball from the Cathedral, 49.
They put it at the Cathedral, 49. They try to run straight ahead, nothing there. It's Gravely.
Stephon Grayley, the ball carrier. Tackle by your host. Cathedral defenders. No gain on the play.
Second and 10. Bona, when the backfield goes in motion, they give it to the near side. Gravely bangs it down to 41.
Stephon Grayley, the ball carrier.
That will make it third and short. Third and a couple.
By 52, Rashawn Nelson.
And I would bet that we're going to be in 4-down territory. We'll be under 5 minutes when they snap the ball.
They will bring up a third down and 2, ball from the Cathedral, 41.
Coming to the near side, picking up another first down inside the 35
Stephon Grayley, the ball
to the 33. He picked up 8.
by John Smith, Jose Del Santos.
So that'll be a first down.
Run does become a first down, first and
Gravely
10.
holding on to one of his linemen coming around, hiding behind him, getting a big 8-yard gain. Full speed ahead as they get down to the 30. That's Gravely picking up 3.
Grayley on the carry. Number 1, John Smith in on the tackle.
Cathedral's going to take a timeout.
Gain of 4 on the play. Second down and 6. Full time off Cathedral.
From the 30-yard line, it'll be second down and 7. As huddling on both sides with this full timeout. Cathedral talking over defense, Tech talking about offense. The guys up front trying to take control of that line of scrimmage. Vasquez, Aguilar, 2 of those big guys up front. Along with Antonio Morales. Trying to open up the holes for those 2 big running backs. Josue Pena up front as well. 2 wideouts to the far side, 1 to the near side. Gaskin and Gravely, and the second man through. Gravely got back to the 30-yard line for no gain.
Stephon Grayley on the carry. Tripped up by number 32, Chris Carmona. No gain on the play.
So another big third down. They're in 4-down territory, obviously.
30.
As we're 3.5 and counting left in this first period. Again, they send the double wideouts to the far side, one to the near side. Gravely trying to run straight ahead. Might have got a yard.
Gravely on the carry.
So a big fourth down play early in the ball game.
No gain on the play. Play will bring up a 4th and 6 ball from the Cathedral 30. Ladies and gentlemen, just so you know, the session on the home side of the field is over with hot chocolate.
4th and 7 as they put the ball back at the 30-yard line. Barrios getting set to bring the play back to the huddle. As the huddle saying, hurry up, we don't want to have to go another 5 yards. And we get another timeout. Both teams using their timeouts early in this one. Just over 2 minutes left. Yeah. Take away the timeouts, we'd be almost through the half. A very fast-paced when the clock is running, first period. But timeouts galore for both teams. And a big play coming up for Tech. They have it at the Cathedral 30-yard line, looking to get on the board first. They shut Cathedral down after they faked the punt and ran 26 yards. John Smith got a first down, but then they shut him down after they had 2nd and 1. They pushed it back and took over at the 39. They picked up 2 first downs. And it's been Gravely doing most of the damage. So here we go. 4th and 7. Barrios taking off and running with it. Not going to get for a first down. They're going to give him the 27, I think. I don't know if that was by design, hoping Cathedral would go after Gaskin and Gravely. But Tech will turn the ball over, and Cathedral will have it for the second time here in the first period.
Take over on downs, Cathedral 1st and 10. Ball from their own 27-yard line.
He picked up 3. He needed 6. They dropped the snap, and there's a pileup.
Cathedral fumble recovered by Cathedral.
Blair fell on it at the 25. He dropped the snap and was lucky to fall on it. So it's going to be 2nd down and 12 from the 25. Three wideouts to the near side, one to the far side. Looking to throw. Now rolling. Dumps it off to Blair. And he kept looking around, rolling, gave himself a lot of time to get out to the 39-yard line.
Anthony Mejia's pass complete to Khalil Blair. Play results in a first down, 1st and 10 Cathedral. Ball from the Lintech, 39-yard line.
They needed 12, they got 14. And it will be just about at a minute when they snap the ball. Blair with the carry. It's out to the 45. He picked up 6.
Foul heat on the carry. Gain of 5 on the play.
The snap goes over the head. Blair falls on it. Back of the 28.
Cathedral's bad snap is recovered by Anthony MIAA.
All the way back to the 28. They lost 17 yards. And I don't know if they're going to run another play.
Loss of 15 on the play. Play will bring up a 3rd down and 22. Ball from the Cathedral 28-yard line.
They're going to let the clock run out. We're going to go into the second period. So we're right back where we started, dead even. Tech nothing, Cathedral nothing, but Cathedral looked like they might be moving a little bit. They second and 12, they picked up 14.
As the end of the first quarter, we have a score.
Anthony MIAA finding Blair. He buyed himself a lot of room, running a lot of time, rolling to his right, found Blair for a big first down. And they did that after they ran the punt, fake punt for a first down. And then they disintegrated after that and had to turn the ball over. Now they pick up the pass, 14 yards. They're out. Blair runs for 6 out to the 45-yard line. They get 2nd and 4. And the snap went right over Mia's head. They lost 17 yards on the play. And it's going to be 3rd and 23 as we start the second period. Cathedral coming out right up to the line of scrimmage. MIAA in the backfield by himself. 3 wideouts to the near side, 2 to the far side. Dropping back, looking to throw. Long to the sideline. Just incomplete. Almost looked like they had it. Good coverage by Elvin Gonzalez. Not much offense in the first period for either team. With that big 17-yard loss, Cathedral winds up with 30 yards, 16 rushing, 14 passing. Tech winds up with 34 rushing. And now, will they kick it? Low snap. They're not going to kick it. They're going to lose yardage. Tech is going to reap the harvest here. They lowballed it back to the punter. He reached to try and get it down around his shoe tops. Couldn't get it. Bobbled it. Couldn't possibly kick it. And he got buried in the backfield. And at the 24-yard line, they lost 4. So Tech with a big break. Gravely gets loose and picks up about 5.
Gravely, the ball carrier. Tripped up by number 40, Sam Poindexter.
At the 19, Tech, an opportunity to get on the board first here in the second period. Two wideouts to the far side, one to the near side. Gaskin and Gravely, no change in the setup for the Tigers. Now motion coming. Gaskin bounces it to the outside. Looked like he got stuffed, and he winds up picking up a couple.
Here on Gaskin, the ball carrier. Randy Williams with the tackle. And about 2 on the plate.
Obviously 4 down territory here. So they got a couple to pick up the first down.
They will bring up a 3rd down and 3 ball for Cathedral. 17.
He picked up 2 to the 17. So they need 3. They give it to the motion man. Trying to turn the corner. And they're going to get a first down. That's Gonzalez. So they fake with the running backs. They gave it to Gonzalez. He got down to the 12 for a pickup of 5. 1st and 10 from the 12. Tech knocking on the door, trying to get on top first. Gravely trying to bang ahead, breaks off a tackle, picks up about a yard.
Von Gravely, the ball carrier. Azure Nelson with the tackle. And about 2 on the plate.
2nd and 9 from the 11.
1, 2nd down and 9, ball for the Cathedral 11.
No change, 2 wideouts to the far side, 1 to the near side. Barrios gets hit as he gets to the 10. They might have given him inside the 10 to the 9. Falling forward.
Xavier Hernandez, Marcus Ferrara with the tackle. And about 2 on the play.
3rd down and 7 from the 9. They can get a first down at the 2.
They will bring up a 3rd down and 6 ball for the Cathedral 9.
Motion again. Gravely off the right side. Gets stood up as he gets inside the 5. It's going to bring up a big 4th down.
Dragged down by Kamal Eaton.
4th down and 2 for a first down. 4th down and 4 for a touchdown.
4th and 2 ball for the Cathedral.
And we're under 7 minutes here in the second period, no score. Division 8 North Championship final. You would think they would go to Gravely. They go under center. They give it to Gravely off the right side. He's in for a touchdown. They only had to go 24 yards. Took them 7 plays. They converted on 3rd down for a first down. They convert on 4th down for a first down. And Jamie James is going to try and kick the extra point with Barrios holding. Kick is no good.
There is a flag on the play.
It looked like Cathedral jumped.
Penalty against Cathedral for offside.
So Tech is going to get another shot. Barrios again will be the holder. The young man with 2 first names, Jamie James, will look to make it 7-0. And it's no good again. So it stays 6-0, but Tech gets on the board first.
And with 6:28 left in the first half, Lynn Tech 6, Cathedral nothing.
Just over 6 minutes left in this second period. It's been a fairly quick first half, even with all the timeouts. Cathedral has moved the ball, but when they needed it, they had a couple of plays for loss, and they had a bad snap, and it's cost them. And now the bad snap really cost them. They turned the ball over at the 24, and it gave Tech easy pickings, only having to go 24 yards. They boot the ground ball, picked up at the 33-yard line, and they get out to the 40-yard line. Well, Cathedral will have good field position.
On the return. Miguel Soto in on the tackle.
And it's funny how
First and 10.
a lot of, and almost most teams do it. They don't kick the ball deep. You don't see anybody kicking the ball down around the 10-yard line, 5-yard line. And it winds up giving teams position on the field. Like now, Cathedral's got the ball at the 40-yard line after that kick. Started to go straight ahead, try to cut it to the far side.
While he's the ball carrier.
And Heaton
Here he
didn't
passes with the tackle.
didn't get much. He looked like he was going to pick up a lot more.
9 ball to Cathedral 39.
They gave me a yard to the 41. Blair off the right side. Didn't get to the 45. They give him the 44 for 3. Another big play for Cathedral. And the Tech defense, 3rd and 6 from the 44.
3 on the play. Second down and 7.
They double the wideouts to the far side, double the wideouts to the near side. Looking to throw Mejia in trouble. Gonna get hit, sacked, and dropped at the 41-yard line. Couldn't find anybody downfield, and just got dropped. And it's going to be 4th and long. 4th and about 9.
On the sack. Ross about 3 on the play. They will bring up a 4th and 9 ball from the 39.
And Cathedral's going to kick it away. Well, they're going to try and kick it away. Let's see if the snap, Tech is hoping the snap isn't any better than it was the first time. They get it, and they get it away. Didn't go very far. Off the side of the foot.
The Cathedral punches down.
Tech is going to get good field position again. Punting has been a problem.
49.
They only got it out to the 49-yard line. It's an 8-yard punt. Two ticks over 4 minutes left in a very quick first half. Tech, a golden opportunity to put some distance between them and Cathedral. They have it at the Cathedral 49-yard line. And boy, punting has really been a problem for Cathedral. One, they didn't get away. Drop, bobble, the snap. It turned into 6 points for Tech. Now they only get it out to the 49-yard line. They run straight ahead for a yard or two with Gaskin. So they gave him 2. Looking to throw. Barrios can't find anybody. He's in trouble. He lost it. There's a flag down. Cathedral runs it in, but it's not going to be a touchdown. It's coming back. Let's see what the call is. They might be going to call Barrios for intentional grounding. Intentional ground, they lose a down. He couldn't find anybody. Rolling to his left, was in trouble. So it's going to be 3rd down. After they short everything out, Cathedral thought they had a touchdown, picking up the loose ball.
Penalty is also a loss of down.
To the Tech 41. They lost 12 yards. Well, it's caught inside the 30-yard line. Gravely with the catch. Here's the replay. Barrios dropping back, lets it fly. Up, out rebounding everybody.
1st and 10. Lynn ball for Cathedral 33.
At the 28-yard line. Gravely off the left side.
Gravely on the carry.
They mark it down the 20. "31 yards on that pass play. At the 20-yard line, Tech looking to knock it home. Closing in on 2 minutes left. This should be a big boost going into halftime and take a little bit of wind out of the sails of Cathedral if they could punch this in. Bravely off the left side. 2nd, 3rd effort got him a 1st down.
Bravely, the ball carrier. Tripped up by number 32, Chris Carmona.
He got 3.
1st and 10, Lynn Tech, ball from the Cathedral, 17-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line. Tech has plenty of time. They've held Cathedral to 27 yards. Of course, Cathedral hurt themselves a couple of times with snaps and punts. Gravely gets knocked airborne. Comes down at the 16.
Agent Nelson with the tackle. Gain of 2 on the play.
We had a timeout called by Tech.
Timeout, Lynn Tech.
They've used a few. They're trying to nurse the clock. They have it 2nd and 9 from the 16-yard line. We're going to go 2 scores ahead into halftime. Cathedral trying to keep it at 1. Gravely has rushed for 48 yards. He's been the main ingredient. He's also caught a pass for 31. So he's got 79 yards of offense in his first half, but it's only 6-0. And if Cathedral could keep him out of the end zone, it would be a big boost for them. They'd only be down 6-0 and they get the ball to start the second half. And the only thing that stopped them so far has been their mistakes. Again, the wheels turning on both sides. Cathedral kind of trying to come up with a stop. Tech trying to come up with a play that'll get them in the end zone and push it to 2 scores and take a giant leap towards the state semifinals. Juan Vasquez is the center as they come out right up to the line of scrimmage. Gravely hit from behind, going to get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Gravely, the ball carrier. Dragged down from behind by number 32.
Third down. I don't know if James Renner would. You got to think about if you got a kicker to try it under a minute. Make it 2 scores. You want to get a touchdown. But if you don't get points here, it's going to be a big plus for Cathedral going in at halftime, even though they're down 6-0. They give it to Gonzalez. He's stuck in the backfield. He's going to lose yardage. Tech calls a timeout.
30-second timeout in Tech.
It's going to be 4th and 16. And here we go again. Another big play. And again, the wheels turning on both sidelines. Coach Sobolewski talking defense. James Runner and his staff talking offense. You would think they would have to throw the ball from here. They need 16 yards for a first down. That would be the 7-yard line. Hard to think they would run the ball here. They maybe, it might be a little too far for Jamie James to try a field goal. That 7-yard loss probably took him out of his range. And that's a shame. A field goal, 9-0, that's 2 scores. Oh, they're coming back to huddle. They've talked about it. Let's see what they come up with. They had it 1st and 10 at the 17. Now it's 4th and goal at the 23. Barrios looking to throw. Lets it fly. Caught again at the 2-yard line. Jamie James with the catch. They pick up 21 and a first down.
27-yard hookup.
Tech calls a timeout.
Timeout in Tech.
I think they just said, Tech, that's your last time out. So with 13 seconds left, if they run the ball and don't get it in, they're going to be in trouble. So they may have to throw the ball again. Jamie James with a big catch for 21 yards.
Ball for the Cathedral, 2 yards.
Big play here in the ball game again. Barrios goes under center. They go power I in the backfield. To pitch to Gravely. They stand him up. He doesn't get in. They put it back at the 2.
That is the end of the first half.
They announced the end of the half, but the players haven't gone anywhere yet. Looks like Tech is going to have one more play from the 2-yard line. I thought they signaled that was their last time out, but they had one more. So this is their last time out. And I don't know, this might be a spot for Jamie James to kick a field goal. I don't think they're thinking about it. They're going to go. This is less than an extra point. Extra point, you snap it from the 3.
That is the half, folks.
Now they're saying the half is over. Tech doesn't get a play. They were standing around. I think they thought they had a timeout. They were standing around waiting to get ready, and all of a sudden the officials say, that's it. I think they would have hustled up the line of scrimmage to try and, they could have spiked it and got another play. But they end the half on a sour note for Tech. They held Cathedral to 27 yards, but they got a gift with a bad snap on a punt. They only had to go 24 yards, so they got a lot to think about for the second half. Halftime. Tech will get the football, and they got to be thinking about the end of the half. A couple of things. They could have thrown a pass. They could have spiked the football. They were standing around thinking they were going to run another play, and all of a sudden the official said, that's it. I don't know. I thought before they said no more timeouts, and I think Tech thought they had one more, and they weren't really lining up to run a play. They were just standing around waiting for the play to come from the sideline, and the official walked up and said, that's it, and gave Tech the football to bring back to their sideline. So Cathedral kind of bit the bullet there. Could very easily have been 12, 13, or 14 at halftime. Instead, they're still only down a score. They had 13 yards rushing, 14 yards passing, 3 first downs, and 1 was the fake punt. Tech had 53 rushing, 52 passing, 7 first downs. Gravely with 48 yards rushing and a 31-yard pass completion led the way. Blair was the leading runner with 17 for Cathedral. As the little pooch an onside kick, and Cathedral's got the football. They go with the onside kick, and it's successful. And Tech didn't come up with the football. Cathedral did. Kamal Heeden, right there, fell on it. At the Tech 46.
Ball for the Lynn Tech 46.
Coach Sobolewski rolled the dice. The onside kick works. And they got wideouts double up to either side as they get the ball to start the second half. They drop it on the ground. They almost gave it away. Blair, I think he started to run with it before he had it. And they're lucky that Jose de los Santos fell on it. Back to the 48, they lost 2. Looked like Blair was trying to run with it before he had it. He just dropped it on the ground, on the turf. Second and 12. The keep. Cuts it up inside. Gets it back to the outside. He's loose. 1 man to go and not going to get him. Blair takes it for a touchdown. What a turn of events. Tech had it at the 2-yard line, maybe going up 2 scores. They're going to get the ball to start the second half. And here's Blair going 48 yards for a touchdown to tie the game. He only had 13 yards rushing. He went straight ahead, cut it a little bit to his left, and then broke it wide down the far sideline. Gonzalez was the last man coming from a long way away trying to get to him. And Blair takes it in. And now Cathedral has a chance to take the lead. They try to run it straight ahead with Blair. He doesn't get in. They backed him up. He was about to go in, and they turned him around, and when he went down, the ball was outside the goal line. So Cathedral will kick it off again. I don't think you're going to see an onside kick again, so Coach Sobolewski rolled the dice, and they came up a 7 to start the second half. And all of a sudden, the tide has turned a little bit, even though it's a 6-6 game. But old Mr. Momentum has switched sides a little bit. That bizarre ending to the first half, the onside kick to start the second half. They dropped the snap on the first play. It was 2nd down and 12. And then Blair with the direct snap took off down the near sideline. 48 yards later, it's a 6-6 game. And Sam Poindexter will kick it off. They kick it away at the 26-yard line. Now backing up, trying to turn the corner. Good return. Gonzalez is loose. Into Cathedral territory. Still won't go down. Near the 35-yard line. There's a flag, of course, on the play. There always is. He's dead in the water right here. Giving up yards, you're saying, why? Don't go backwards. And then he took off and flew down the far sideline. And it's all going to be for naught. They're going to bring it back. Illegal block in the back. And it's going to be a big one. So Tech was going to be 1st and 10 at the Cathedral 35 with a chance to get that touchdown right back. Instead, they're going to be pinned on their own end. It's about a 40-yard difference. Gravely coming to the near side with a head of steam. Gets across the 45. Picks up a big first down.
Results in a first down, first and 10 Lynn Tech, ball for your own, 37.
21 yards and a first down. I thought it was the 40. It's the 37. So he picked up 11. Gravely again, trying to get what he can. They wouldn't let him turn the corner.
Rarely the ball carrier.
He picks up a couple.
Khalil Blair at 33 in on the tackle.
Puts him over 60 yards rushing.
Gain of 2 on the play, second down and 8.
Second and 8 from the 39.
Ball for Lynn Tech, 39.
Motion now. They're on Gaskin straight ahead across the 40.
County Gaskin, the ball carrier, threw the flag on the play.
I'm not sure why they stopped the clock. I didn't see a timeout. Wasn't a first down.
Against Lynn Tech. Penalty brings up a second down and 13. Ball for Lynn Tech, 34.
I didn't see the flag on the play. But they pushed Tech back. And now Tech is going to take a timeout.
Timeout, Lynn Tech.
30-second timeout called by Tech. Six the score in the third period. A bizarre ending to the half and a bizarre beginning to the second half.
159-0634. At the concession stand. Thank you.
So it was motion against Tech. So it's first and 15. Gravely with the catch. Gets loose. Breaks it back inside. Big time run. They got a big first down inside the 40-yard line. He just tiptoed his way.
Gain of 30 on the play. Upon Gravely first down. First and 10 Lynn Tech. Ball to Cathedral, 37.
To the 37. 39 yards on that pass play, and now we got a penalty against Tech.
If anyone has lost a set of keys, there are 2 sets of keys found in the ticket office. 2 sets of keys found in the ticket office. Thank you.
So that's going to push him back. But Gravely caught that pass and just almost like a dancer. Step here, step there, cut in, cut out, spin around. They just couldn't knock him down.
Cathedral, 42.
They put it back to the 42. It'll be first and 15. Well, Tech taking a couple of steps forward and taking a couple of steps back. They tried to sneak Bono in there, and it didn't work. Cathedral knocks him down
Chase Bono, the ball carrier.
in the backfield.
Tackle by a host of Cathedral defenders.
Back at the 43, they lost a yard. Tech's biggest success has been throwing the football. Barrios has got 90 yards passing. Incomplete. Tech fans looking for interference. They're not going to get it. Looking for Gonzalez downfield. That's been a very good combination all year. Barrios to Elvin Gonzalez. Both of them are juniors. Barrios is one of the top students in his class.
It'll be 3rd and 16.
3rd and 15.
Cathedral 43.
3rd and 16, actually. Now we got another timeout. Timeouts were precious in the first half. Tech wished they had one more. Closing a half out at the 2-yard line. In bizarre fashion, I still can't get over that ending at the half. They were standing around, looking for a play to come back to the huddle, thinking they had called the timeout. I'm assuming, and that there was at least one more play from the 2-yard line, hopefully taking a 2-score lead and getting the ball to start the second half, which put all the momentum on their side. Instead, the official came up and said, that's it, that's the end of the half. Three wideouts to the near side, one to the far side. Gaskin alone in the backfield with Barrios. He lets it fly, overthrows the intended receiver.
David Myers' pass intended for Alvin Gonzalez is incomplete.
And it's bring up a 4th down. And I don't know if Tech wants to go from here. I don't know if you want to give Cathedral this kind of position. Not quite halfway through this 3rd period.
Collection at the concession stand. Thank you.
They're going to kick it away. Victor Balama. Hoots it away. Fielded at the 13-yard line. Breaking a couple of tackles, getting to the near side. Outstanding run back. Boy, Blair does it all.
Khalil Blair on the return. Pushed out of bounds by number 57.
He got the touchdown run to get him back in the game. Now he fields it at the 13-yard line.
First and 10 Cathedral, ball from their own 48-yard line.
And he gets a nice return out near midfield. They put it at the 48. So good field position for the Panthers. And that's Blair with the keep. Gets it in, squeezes it into Tech territory.
Khalil Blair on the carry.
At the Tech 45, he picked up 7.
Second and 4, ball
Smith just snuck it inside the 45.
Smith on the carry. Gain of 2 on the play.
So it's going to be third and a couple.
15 on the tackle. That will bring up a 3rd down and 2. Ball for Wintec. 44.
Under 5 minutes left in this third period. Cathedral trying to break a 6-6 tie. 3 wideouts to the far side, 2 to the near side. Smith in motion. They fake it. And there's Blair again, getting down to the 37 for 6. And a first down. Actually picked up 7.
Khalil Blair on the carry. Play results in a first down.
He's closing in on 80 yards rushing.
Ball for Wintec, 37.
They run it to the 35. And that's Heaton with the carry. You always have to look and see, is it 2 or is it 22?
Devin moves with the tackle.
They hustle right up to the line of scrimmage. Faking it. Blair trying to turn the corner. That's a nice job.
Khalil Blair on the cornerback key. Drag
Defensively, Gravely looked like he was going to get hit and knocked down. He went around the would-be blocker and made the tackle. That looked like it was going to go a lot further than it went.
minimal gain on the play. They will bring up a 3rd and 7 ball from
They picked up a yard.
Wintec, 34.
Third and 7, and we're under 3 minutes. Motion again. They fake it. Blair runs straight ahead. Gets it to the 30-yard line. Picked up 4.
Khalil Blair on the key. Tripped up by 55. Ulysses Oliveira.
Puts him over 80 yards.
They will bring up a 4th and 3 ball from the Wintec 30.
Six. Division 8 North Championship Final. The winner moves on to the semifinals, 1 game away from Gillette. The loser gets ready for Thanksgiving and the end of their, for the seniors, the end of their football career. As we're going to get another timeout.
Full timeout, Cathedral.
They want to talk about it. They don't hold on to those timeouts till the bitter end. They get rid of them early. A bad snap to the punter. Tech only had to go 24 yards. They did it in 7 plays. Gravely from the 4. The kick was no good on the second attempt, and it was 6-0. They got the ball back. A big 31-yard pass play to Gravely and a big 21-yard pass play to Jamie James, got them down to the 2-yard line. They ran a play, didn't get in, and then that bizarre ending again. They were standing around waiting to run another play, and I have to assume they thought it was a timeout. And all of a sudden the official said, that's it, half's over. And that really changed the momentum. Cathedral came out, onside kick, recovered at the Tech 46. They lost 2 in the first play. And Blair went 48 on the next play to tie it at 6. Tech got down to the 7-yard line, to the 37-yard line with a first down, turned the ball over. A big run back by Blair got them to their own 48. They picked up a first down. Now they're looking for another first down. They need 3. Smith goes in motion. Snap goes awry. They blow the whistle. There was a Vasquez thought he had a fumble recovery. It was motion against Cathedral. It's going to cost him 5. That'll push it back to the 35. So now it's 4th and 8.
Ball for Lynn Tech 35.
Three wideouts to the far side. MIAA looking to throw, in trouble. Now lets it fly. Incomplete. He was looking for Rico Warden. So Tech will take over. They still only have 1 completion on their second possession. Tech will get it back. Decent field position at their own 35. 2 ticks, over 2 minutes left in this third period. Barrios will bring the play back to the huddle. They give it to Gravely. Turns the left side. Gets across the 40.
Gravely, the ball carrier.
Out to the 42. He picked up 7.
Gain of 7 on the play. They will bring up a 2nd down and 3. Ball for Lynn Tech.
2nd and 3. Tech looking to go downfield and break a 6-6 tie. With time winding down here in the third period. Flag on the play. That's going to cost Tech.
Flag on the play. Ball start against Lynn Tech.
So they gain 7. They give back 5. And instead of 2nd and 3, it's going to be 2nd and 8.
If there is a nice danger.
And we'll be under a minute in the third period when they snap the ball. Gravely off the left side, gets ahead of steam up. Gets to midfield, and they're going to put it right at midfield. So he's got a first down. He got outside, there was nobody there. He got 10 yards downfield before he saw a white shirt. They bumped him out of bounds, the clock stopped with 40 ticks left in the third period. Gaskin is going to get hit in the backfield and knocked down.
Leone Gaskin, the ball carrier.
They didn't run him straight ahead. They tried to get him around the corner. And good penetration by the Cathedral defense. Stuffed him in the backfield. And I don't know if Tech is going to run another play in this period.
Ball for Lynn Tech 46.
It's going to run out. So we're going got 11 minutes of football to decide who moves on.
That is the end of the third quarter. We are tied at 6.
This is a little different situation for Tech. Usually they've got 69 yards rushing, 91 yards passing. Hasn't been often this year that the passing has outdistanced the rushing with those two big backs in the backfield. Cathedral has 95, 81 yards rushing, 48 of them on that touchdown run by Blair. Blair has 82 yards. Gravely has 81 yards in this head-to-head battle. And we've got 11 minutes left to decide whose playoff life is alive and who gets ready for Thanksgiving Day or Thanksgiving Eve if you're Lynn Tech. So here we go. The number 1 seed Tech, the number 2 seed Cathedral, banging heads here at Manning Field. And we'll come down to this, 6-6 with 1 period of football left. 2nd and 14 for the Tigers at their own 46. Gravely trying to get outside, can't. He's going to lose yardage.
From Gravely, the ball carrier. John Nelson, John Smith.
He lost 2.
With the tackle, loss of 1 on the play.
So 3rd and 16. And they're going to have to throw the ball. They've been successful. Twice to Gravely, once to Jamie James. And they're going to have to be successful again here. Bobble the snap. They go over the middle. Incomplete. Gravely thought he had it. It wouldn't have been a first down, but it would have been close.
Incomplete.
It brings up a 4th down, and I would think they would punt the ball here.
John Smith, Khalil Blair in on the coverage. They will bring up a 4th and 16.
So Gravely made a big play to get them a first down at midfield, and they lose 6 along with an incomplete pass in 3 plays, and they have to kick it away. Kick is short, and it's not going to go very far. To the Cathedral 36. It's only a 20-yard punt. Well, Cathedral has decent field position considering where the punt could have gone. One tick under 10 minutes left in this one. They fake it. Blair keeps. Starting to go up inside, cuts it back to the outside, and gets about 8. And he just kept waving at him. He trying to go off his left tackle. It was clogged. He bounced it to the outside. Second and short. They try to run it straight ahead. They ran into a pile of blue shirts and break it to the outside. And Nice decision by Heaton. He winds up picking up a first down. Clock stopped as he got bounced out of bounds. But he ran straight ahead, ran into a wall of blue shirts, and just bounced it to the outside. And he picks up a first down. Blair on his feet down the sideline. Gonzalez is going to wrap him up and knock him out of bounds.
Blair on the cornerback keep. Dragged down by Alvin Gonzalez.
Gonzalez saved a touchdown. But Cathedral now knocking on the door at the 11-yard line.
Gain of 34 on the play. Play results in a first down. First and 10 Cathedral.
41 yards on the play.
Ball for Lynchek, 11-yard line.
130 yards rushing for Blair. And all of a sudden, Cathedral knocking on the door at the 11-yard line. The defense has to come up big for the Tigers. Just over 8 minutes left in this one, tied at 6. Blair with the keep. Just about back to the line of scrimmage, no gain. Second and 10. The Tiger defense called on to make a big play here. Actually make a couple of big plays. Second and 10 from the 11. They give it to Heaton inside the 10 to about the 8. They can get a first down at the 1. Looking to break the 6-6 tie and put a lot of pressure on the Tigers. It'll be under 7 minutes left in the game when they snap the ball. Trying to turn the corner. Heaton staying on his feet. Awful close to it. If they give him that much forward progress, he's going to get a first down. The 1 will be a first down. They look like they stood him up before that. The ball at the 1. Actually inside the 1. We're closing in on 6 minutes left in the game. Cathedral that close. A football or 2 away from breaking the tie. They give it to Blair. We haven't seen a signal. Now we do. He's in for the touchdown.
On the carry in the Cathedral touchdown. Score Cathedral 12, Lynchek 6.
64 yards in 7 plays. Blair and Heaton doing the damage. So with 6 minutes left, Tech has to go to work. This is a big conversion here. It's a 6-point lead. You don't want to make it 8. Blair is not in the backfield. I'm kind of surprised at that, which means they may be throwing the football, although Heaton is there, and he's run the ball very well, too. We're going to get a timeout called by Cathedral.
Timeout, Cathedral.
Six ticks, over 6 minutes left in the ballgame. Cathedral has just gone 64 yards in 7 plays. Blair and Heaton doing the damage. Blair for that big 41-yard run to get them down deep. And Blair took it in from the 1. And now discussion goes on about the extra point try or 2. And this is big for the Tigers. I don't think they have a kicker. They didn't even think about it the first touchdown. They're not going to think about it here. MIAA with the snap, gives it to Heaton. He gets piled up. So it's still a 6-point game, but it's 6 points in favor of Cathedral. And Tech has just over 6 minutes to get themselves back in. Cathedral had 13 yards rushing in the first half. They've got 145 rushing now, which gives them 132 in the second half. 89 of them on 2 runs by Blair. He's over 130 yards rushing in the game. Gravely is at 79. And now Tech, for the first time this year, they're trailing in the 4th period. And they've got to go to work. Everybody getting up on the edge of their seats here as we're winding down this one with 6 minutes left. The winner stays in the playoff action. The loser goes Thanksgiving. And now Tech is going to get a break. They misfired on the kick. I don't think that was an intentional onside kick. He just shanked it. It didn't get anywhere near midfield. It just took a hard left and went out of bounds. And Tech gets a huge break. The ball is going to be at the Cathedral 42. So the kicking game has not been good for Cathedral. They bobbled a snap on a punt. They punted only 20 yards. Now, kicking off, they were trying to get Tech deep. They wound up putting Tech at the Cathedral 42-yard line. Barrios down deep, incomplete. He was looking for Gonzalez. Tech doesn't have to panic here. They got 6 minutes left. They got plenty of time to go downfield and score. Cathedral gave him a really early Christmas gift, shanking the kick out at the 42-yard line. You know, the onside kick has to go 10 yards. The kick didn't go 2. Gravely off the right side, gets a block by Gaskin, stays in his feet, gets to the 34-yard line. He picked up 8. Now they put it at the 35. So he picked up 7. Halfway through this fourth period and counting. Plenty of time for the Tigers, especially since they're at the Cathedral 35-yard line. Nobody has to panic here. Again to the outside, Gravely gets a first down inside the 30. Picked up 6. Again, plenty of time for the Tigers. They don't have to worry about having to throw the ball. They can run their offense. They give it to Gaskin off the right side. And he gets out of bounds, which helps. What they like to do is go down and score and run the clock out. They put the ball to 24. Gaskin picked up 5. White knuckle time here at Manning Field on both sides. Cathedral fans, Tiger fans. Gravely ran straight ahead that time.
Gravely, the ball carrier, tripped up by 77. Randy Williams. Gain of 1 on the play. We bring up a 3rd and 4.
2 big plays coming up for the Tigers. From the 23, they need 4. Gravely started to go to the outside, cut back to the inside, gets to the 16 and a first down. That puts them in exactly 100 yards. So Tech on the move. We saw it. Tech get shut down at the 2-yard line, ending the first half. How big was that now? Not getting that play off. Coming up on 3 minutes. Gravely turns the corner. Gets down to about the 11. They found a home on that right side. Second and 5 from the 11. They can get a first down at the 6. Do you think they're going to run to the right side, maybe? They try to run straight ahead. That has not been that productive. They did pick up 2. They're at the 9-yard line.
And 3. The Cathedral 14.
3rd and 3. 2 of the biggest plays, the 2 biggest plays of the year coming up for Tech. They need 3 for a first down. They need 9 for a touchdown to tie this one up. They run them straight ahead to the 8-yard line.
Down the gas to the ball carrier. Tripped up by number 40, Sam Poindexter.
Actually, they put it right back at the 9 for no gain.
No gain on the play. They bring up a 4th down and 3.
The biggest play of the year for the Tigers. They're going to take a timeout to talk about it. 1:21 left in the game. 4th and 3 from the 9-yard line. Tech trailing 12-6. The heartbeat is there, but it's very slim. Cathedral trying to hold on. Tech trying to doing what they're doing, eating up the clock, going in and scoring, and have Jamie James kick an extra point and win the game. But easier said than done now with 4th and 3. They tried the last play, they ran almost straight ahead. They've been running to the right side successfully. They didn't run it to the right side, and they wound up gaining nothing. So now the season, the tournament season, on the line for the Tigers. Here we go for their playoff career. Gravely ahead. I don't think he got there. He needed the 6. He didn't get there. He got to the 7. Cathedral's going to hold on. Now they just have to hold on to the football. Cathedral held a very good Tech offense running the ball to 102 yards rushing, 91 yards passing, 12 first downs. And I think a big part of this is that Gaskin is not at 100%. He had that foot or ankle injury, and they've been using him very sparingly. The ball is at the 7. They run Heaton to the 9.
Blair on the carry. Gain of 2 on the play. Timeout left check.
Tech trying to shut him down here, forcing a punt from the end zone. They run it out to the 14. Big play here. Tech has to shut him down, call timeout, and force him to punt. The ball at the 14-yard line. Cathedral's going to take a timeout. Twelve to 6 Cathedral. Tech. Boy, if it ends 12 to 6, Tech is going to look back on 2 plays in this entire season. The ball at the 2-yard line, not being able to get a playoff at the end of the half, and having it 3rd and 3 from the 9, and only picking up 2 to the 7-yard line, coming up a yard shy. Those 2 drives are going to haunt the Tigers if they don't get the ball back and score. And even if they get the ball back, they're going to be at hard press with only 1:03 left. Third and 3, and everybody tackle Khalil Blair on this play. Let's have 7 or 8 guys tackle Blair. The other 4 tackle Heaton, because they've been the 2 guys running the ball all day long. Here we go. Cathedral wanted a timeout, but they're going to get a 5-yard penalty. Somebody moved. And they're going to put it back to the 9. So that makes the cheese a little more binding here from the 9-yard line.
They will bring up a 3rd down and 8 ball from the 9-yard line.
So it's going to be 3rd and 8 from the 9. A punt from the end zone would give Tech probably good field position without a run back. And we're going to get a timeout to talk about it. 1:03 left on the clock. Tech had a bad snap on a punt by Cathedral. They only had to go 24 yards. Gravely went in from the 4. It was 6-0. That bizarre play at the end of the half where they got shut down, thought they had another play, didn't get it off. Died at the 2. They come out, and it was Kamal Heaton, who was run all over the place in this game, recovered the onside kick. We told you, Coach Sobolewski rolled the dice. The onside kick recovered at the 46. They lost 2 yards, and then Blair went 48 for the touchdown. And finally, here in the 4th period, Cathedral put it together. They had the ball at their own 36. Blair got off a big run of 41 yards to get them down to the 11-yard line. They picked up a first down at the 1. Blair ran it in. It was 12 to 6. Tech drove all the way down, had it 3rd and 3 at the 9. They came up empty, picking up only 2 yards the next 2 plays. Now, if they have any hope at all, they're on life support here, but if they stop them here, they could get the ball back and have one more shot. So from the 9, to direct snap, Blair coming to the near side, slips a tackle. He's loose. Whether they catch him or not, the game is over. They're not going to get him. He's going to go 91 yards for the touchdown, and that puts the icing on the cake for Cathedral. Tech had one last chance. They had a pulse. It was weak, but they had to get Cathedral a punt from the end zone. And Blair is going to wind up with 222 yards rushing, 3 touchdowns, and that puts the icing on the cake for Cathedral, as it's now 18 to 6. 91 yards for the touchdown. And an unbelievable year for Lynn Tech is going to end on a very disappointing note. These kids should walk out of here with their heads up. They performed like champions. They represented themselves, their coaches, their parents, their school, their city. They had a great, great year. You have to go back away for Tech to have 9 wins in their first 9 games and go 9-1 going into Thanksgiving Eve. But that's not going to help these kids. They're going to be disappointed. The coaches are going to be disappointed. Their fans are going to be disappointed. And it's going to be Cathedral celebrating in about 46 seconds. Cathedral had 13 yards rushing in the first half. They wind up with 230 yards rushing in the second half. $180 of them picked up by Blair in 3 carries, plus a few others after that. 222 yards for Blair. And he put the hammer and nailed down the coffin on the Tech sideline, and a lot of disappointing fans, but a lot of excited fans on the other side. And I feel deeply for James Runner and his coaching staff. They did a tremendous job, an awful lot of work, time, and energy, and it all goes by the boards. And those 2 drives, coming up short at the 2-yard line, and bizarrely not being able to run another play, which certainly could have changed the complex of the game. And then Coach Sobolewski rolling the dice, onside kick, that turned all the momentum to the side of Cathedral. Blair went 48 to tie it, and then they drove 64 yards in 7 plays to grab the lead with Blair going in from the 1. Tech looked like they might get it right back, at least get a tie, if not a win. With 1:03 left, they turned it over. They only picked up 2. They needed 3 in 2 plays. They got 2, and they come up a yard shy. And that 1 yard is going to take away from a tremendous season. Over the middle, the pass is complete. MIAA to Heeden. And we'll go through the motions of the kickoff. But a lot of sad faces on the Tech side as the pulse that was left, that was a little bit weak, has now terminated as it's 20-6 Cathedral. And you're going to give Cathedral credit. They held the Tech Tigers probably their lowest of the season, 193 yards of offense. Gravely had 107 of them, 107 yards rushing. He scored the touchdown. He also caught 2 passes for 70 yards. Jamie James caught a big pass for 21. Barrios passed for 91. But this may be the first game of the year that Tech didn't go over at least 200 yards, if not 300. They're under 200 yards. And they were held to their lowest point total, obviously. 6 points. They beat Greater Lawrence 13-0 here. Greater Lowell, 13-0 here. That was their lowest point total. Kick return across the 40 to the 41. And now we run out the string. And it's going to be a very sad bus ride back to Lynn Tech as we have 41 seconds left. And Tech will now get ready for Thanksgiving Eve on the road against Austin Prep. And they have to look to Austin Prep for their 10th win of the year. They were looking for it here. So the number 2 seed is going to knock off the number 1 seed. Tech will suffer defeat for the first time, and it's going to be a bitter one. Barrios looking to throw. Lets it fly long and deep, tipped and picked off at the 30-yard line. And they'll run out of bounds at the 49. So just under 30 seconds left. Again, Gravely with 107 yards and a touchdown. Jamie James with a catch for 21. Barrios passing for 91. But they had no answer from Mr. Blair. He had 17 yards in the first half rushing. He rushed for 205 in the second half. A 180 of them on 3 plays. 2 were touchdowns, one for 48, one for 91. The other one, 41, set up the go-ahead touchdown. Now Cathedral will take a knee, and this game is going to be history. So a bitter pill to swallow for the Tech Tigers. They're going to come out on the short end, 20-6, their first loss of the season. The number 1 seed drops to the number 2 seed. Congratulations to the Catholic Central Cathedral Panthers. They were outstanding, especially Mr. Blair. Khalil Blair, 222 yards, 3 touchdowns. And Tech held to their lowest offensive output, their lowest point output. And they had a shot that ending at the half, not getting a playoff at the 2-yard line, and still in it, 1:03 left, 3rd and 3 from the 9-yard line, 4th and 3 from the 9-yard line. They picked up 2, and they wound up short. They turned the ball over at the 7, and then Blair puts the icing on the cake with a 91-yard run. So the final score, Cathedral will move on to the semifinals of the state tournament. Tech will get ready for Thanksgiving Eve against Austin Prep. Cathedral 20, Lynn Tech 6. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm Don Hoffman saying we'll see you next time.